Good morning, boys and girls. This is lesson 2 homework. Make sure you guys are on the right page. We are on page 11, okay? We are on page 11, lesson 2 homework. So, problem number 1 asks you to round the factors to estimate the products. Today, you are going to be estimating. So, make sure you are remembering, refreshing your brains what estimation does. I know that in our class, what we do is we remember five. We have a little chant called five or more, means I need to raise the score, and four or less means I let it rest. So it stays the same, okay? So I guess I would just put it same. Okay, now for A, it says 697 times 82. They asked me to estimate the products. So I'm looking at my number right here, and they want me to round to the whole number. 697. Is 697 closer to 600 or is it closer to 700? In this case, it is closer to 700 because I know that 9 is 697 is going to be closer to the number 700 than it is closer to 600. And the reason being is because it's 3 numbers away from 700, but it is 97 numbers away from 600. So 700 is going to be my estimate. Next, I'm going to round 82. Is 82 closer to 80 or is it closer to 90? 82 is closer to 80. And then they want me to multiply these numbers together. And a trick we have done in our classroom is we have multiplied 7 times 8, which is equal to 76. And we locate how many zeros there are in the equation to find out how many zeros there are added at the end of your answer. So there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So our final answer is 56,000. So a reasonable estimate for 697 times 82 is 56,000. And the reason why we estimate is sometimes, let's say you're at a grocery store and you're figuring out, can I afford to buy that with $20? Can I buy ice cream that is $10 or $9.99? And can I also buy fruit or apples for $2.99? Can I buy it? So if I were to round $2 to $3 and $9.99 to $10 and I add them together, I can figure it out really easily in my head instead of actually writing all the numbers out. So that's why we use estimation, because estimation is going to be important when you are working with numbers in real life. Now, for the next problem, we have 5,897 times 67. I want to round 5,000 to the nearest whole number. So right here, our 5 is our whole number. Is 5,897 closer to 6,000 or is it closer to 5,000? We know that 5,000 is closer to 6,000. Okay? Now for the next one, I have 67. I'm figuring out the whole number. Is 67 closer to 70 or is it closer to 60? It is much closer to 70. So 6,000 times 7,000, I'm going to be multiplying 6 times 7, which is equal to 42. And I know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So I'm going to make sure I add my 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the next problem, I need to complete this answer. A reasonable estimate for 5,897 times 67 is 420,000. I'm just repeating what I'm writing. Now for problem C, I am finding a reasonable estimate for 8,840 times 45. 8,840, is it closer to 8,000 or is it closer to 9,000? It is much closer to 9,000. For 45, is 45 closer to 40 or is it closer to 50? And now remember, 5 or more raise the score. So in this case, I'm going to raise it to 50. So now I'm multiplying 9 times 5, which is equal to 45. And I'm adding 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros at the end. So a reasonable estimate is 450,000. Now for problem 2, complete the table using your understanding of place value and knowledge of rounding to estimate the product. So again, they want me to estimate the product. And the product means the answer to a multiplication problem. Multiplication problem. I want to make sure that I am answering to a multiplication problem. Now I am going to look at my example because they give me an example. 3,409 is closer to 3,000. 73 is closer to 70. So when I multiply 3 times 7, I get 21, and I add my 4 zeros at the end. I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the problems. I have 82,290 times 240. 82,290. Is that closer to 82,000 or 83,000? It is closer to 82,000. I think I am going to draw lines. So that they are separated and I am not confusing where lines or where my numbers are. Okay, so I'm going to write 80,000. It's closer to 80,000. Sorry, I'm rounding to the nearest whole number. So it's closer to 80,000. And I'm multiplying times. Is 240 closer to 200 or is it closer to 300? It is closer to 200. So now I'm multiplying 8 times 2, which is equal to 16. And I'm adding my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros at the end, which gives me 1,600,000. Next, I need to figure out is 9,832 times 39, what is it closer to? 9,832, is it closer to 8,000 or is it closer to, is it closer to 9,000 or is it closer to 10,000? In this case, it is closer to 10,000. 10,000, is 39 closer to 40 or is it closer to 30? It is closer to 40. So 1 times 4 is equal to 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros at the end. Next, I have 98 tens times 36 tens. Remember, 98 tens, what does that mean? That means that you have 980. And what does 36 tens mean? It means that your number is 360. So those are the numbers that you're multiplying. Is 980 closer to 900 or is it closer to 1,000? It is closer to 1,000. Is 360 closer to 400 or is it closer to 300? It is closer to 400. So 1 times 4 is equal to 4, and then I'm going to add my zeros at the end. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So I'm adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 400,000. Next, I have 893 hundreds times 85 tens. Now, if you don't remember how to plug in these numbers, you can use a place value chart. And I'm plugging in 893 hundreds. This is what it would look like. And I would add my 2 zeros. So what that is 89,300. And I'm multiplying that times 85 tens. If I were to plug in 85 tens, I get 850. So I'm going to write times 850. Now, I'm going to multiply my numbers by estimating. Is 89,300 closer to 90,000 or 80,000? It is closer to 90,000. And I'm multiplying times, is 850 closer to 900 or is it closer to 800? It is closer to 900. 9 times 9 is equal to 81. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros at the end. Okay. Now for problem number